Come on, little Harry, and takes that little boy by the hand and shakes him up. Come on from your family. I'm going to put you on the path of extraordinary. Take a bow. Thank you so much. Or if you don't like it, get off. Get off. The same way that I would be told on the stage if I were to do what they're doing. Get off, get out, come back when you're ready to speak truthfully. The duo, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, fake versus real. Let me get the video done and try to make it better. Last week of the year, and I don't want to go into the next year feeling like I was inadequate. Fake versus real. Not fake versus natural. There's a misconception, and I hear so many people talk about, oh, but we want you to be natural in this film. We don't believe those actors because they do not have a natural behavior. Natural behavior is boring. Natural behavior means that you're staying somewhere in the middle of the spectrum of behavior as a human being, so as not to do something bold, which is a risk-taking, and the fear of how that is going to be received is making some people stay in a natural, medium way of behaving. About her being in the same class of people to be called narcissist, she cannot believe that she wasn't able to fool us. I think that's the takeaway. Guess what? You're not an extraordinary person. You're a ordinary human being like all of us are, with extraordinary capabilities. If you're going to show me a story the way that they did on Netflix, this is my belief. She thought that she was going to, with a new platform that Prince Harry put her on due to their marriage, she thought she's going to be able to become an A-list actress. I know some of the people out there are saying that, but she really never wanted to be an A-list actress. That wasn't in her plan to do that. I disagree. I don't think that anybody who gets into the career of being an actor does not want to get to the level of Nicole Kidman. They're talking like this and everything is very static. They're not letting themselves express because they're trying to suppress all of the things and the flaws that we would love to see come out of them, so we can relate to them as human beings, not just some facade characters they're trying to pretend to be, which makes them fake. I was talking and I was analyzing from the actor's perspective, from the acting teacher's perspective, these characters, Meghan and Harry. What you had was not an extraordinary storytelling, but it was a natural, and I use the word natural in a negative way, because if you're just natural, it means that you're very static in one way of behaving. Ordinary is already extraordinary. She could have done all of that if she attained the level of acting some of the great actors have attained. Then through the characters they portray, those characters being completely ordinary with extraordinary moments and extraordinary actions, overcoming inner challenges, overcoming inner obstacles. That's how she could have changed the world. She could have done all of the things that she now talks about. She could have been changing audiences, so when they walk out from the theater, they would be better to realize their humanity, because she, in her acting through the many characters that she never got a chance to do, because she was always considering herself to be extraordinary. So she didn't feel like there's anything that she needed to learn. So I am sorry, but I do disagree with the people who say she never wanted to. She didn't care about being an actress. She was so much bigger than being an actress. I never wanted to do that because I had so much bigger plans. Come and grab that little child. That's what I would imagine as an actor if I were working with somebody on these two characters. I want you to imagine, would you have been able to do the same thing if we were to do an acting exercise, imagine grabbing that little boy's hand. We are capable of doing that in acting. Beating myself down. So in order not to do that, the exercise in acting is find a picture of yourself from a very young age. You look at a picture and you try to speak out, to give voice to all those negative thoughts you're putting on yourself as the adult. And you know what happens? If you take the picture and if you look at it, and I start to say, you are inadequate. You, Mihaela, were not good enough. You, and then if I raise my hand just to make the gesture without actually continuing the action of doing it, but if you just attempt the gesture of, would I be able to slap the little child down? Because that's the physical equal to what we're doing to ourselves when we are allowing the negative thoughts to be placed on us, even knowing that's just a picture with a frame. And if you go to that picture and you raise your hand and you want to slap that picture, you're not going to be able to do it. Acting, that's a known acting exercise. So when people say that she's acting her way through, she's an actress, of course she wanted to be an A-list actor, but she couldn't. Perfect human being. By dragging this little Harry, now I can get that image out of my head. Imagine, I'm just imagining, I'm looking this way because I'm imagining the little boy Harry, the same one that was walking again behind his mother's coffin. And I'm imagining this planner. I'm gonna take you. Let me shake you up a little bit and get you to believe that everything that's surrounding you, all your family members who have been there for you, all the privilege that you've had being born into the royal family, those are nothing. You deserve so much more, little Harry. Give me your hand. Dragging him. That would have been nice. Wouldn't that be a nice image in the docu-series? At least it would have turned that into something that would have made us all gasp. We would have been like, oh my God. Why not go and allow your imagination to come into, to inject this boring 6-hour thing? I think the supporters are so taken aback. They're so surprised by it. And they're coming to defend her due to the fact that they do not want to admit they were lied to for one moment. We look at a picture of that little child. Start to write a letter. I've seen it done in so many other scenarios. Oh, what would you say to your younger version? And give yourself a moment to imagine her response. What would it be? That would be something. That would have been something that we would have all been probably watching and saying, oh my God, that took guts. Confess truthfully, spark a moment of emotional truth, and let the little girl lead you. Any character that would portray themselves, these two characters, would not be allowed in front of an audience. You have to earn to share with the public. They don't have to earn it because the platform was given to them. And now what are they doing with the platform? They're getting on it. And instead of themselves bowing with grace and appreciation, they're stomping on it. They're stomping on it, but they don't want to get off. Get off of it. Take a bow. Curtsy. Take a bow. Thank you. Happy New Year.